Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to this week's episode of Everyday People, Everyday Conversations. I'm one of your hosts, Tiffany D. Collins.
And I am your girl, Tiffany Tiffco Joseph, and I'm dropping those nuggets tonight.
And I'm one of your co-hosts, Anika Roseboro, better known as Nika Rika.
Hey, and what's up, peeps? I'm your host, Bashan, holding it down for the men and all the bros out there.
Let's go. Let's go.
We want everybody to stay tuned tonight. We want you to go over to Everyday People, Everyday Conversations with an S on the end. Like and please share that page. We need y'all to come to that page and join us there. We have a lot of things that's there. So I want y'all to go and get involved.
Yeah,
Yes,
go and like it and share it, like she said, because we're trying to get enough followers on the page so we can eventually start streaming from our actual page. So please help us out.
Indeed.
Go out there and like and share.
And that's Everyday People, Everyday Conversations.
With an S at the end.
With an S.
All right now.
All right. Well, there are so many things that I could say about our guest, JALEN ARDS, but I will keep it short and sweet. JALEN is very talented and he wears a lot of hats. JALEN is only getting started, and there is nothing or no one that will stop him from getting to the top.
Absolutely.
Please help
Already.
me welcome our special guest, JALEN ARDS.
Welcome, JALEN.
JALEN.
Hey,
Come on,
Jalen.
JALEN. Love that energy. Come on.
All
Come on.
right.
Come on, Bon.
We love you, JALEN.
Come on, Bon.
I tried to get it together for the people today. I was struggling, but I managed.
Yeah, you got to get it together for
Get
the
it together
people.
for the people.
Right?
Yes.
Good. But I see, JALEN, we're going to go ahead and jump right on in. I see you have your own production company called Extra Productions with a double S. What or who inspired you to start your company?
Myself and COVID.
Okay.
Originally it was called Extra Events and Production. So at first it was a decorating business, and during COVID, my godmother, we threw her. She turned 60, and nobody knew how to do a balloon art. So I ended up doing it. And my family, we just put it on Facebook just as pictures, and then after that, people were commenting like, "How much do you guys charge?" And I was like, "Well, I don't charge anything. I just did it for my godmother. But since you're asking about price, that'd be $150." And I just turned it
Six wax.
into a business. And then eventually, I gradually, slowly stopped doing it, and I just gave my little sister. She started to learn how to make them, so I just gave her the Extra Events and Production, and then I just went and I was like, but I like the name, but I want to keep the name, so I just turned it into a production company.
Okay.
All right.
awesome.
All right. Come
Pretty
on.
creative.
At what
Yeah,
age did you know? Oh, go ahead, JALEN.
The name came because if y'all haven't noticed yet, I'm very extra.
Boy,
Oh, yeah.
Come on, extra
Okay.
this.
No.
Baby, we
No.
love it.
Yes to that.
you're
We love
kidding.
it.
What you said?
No, he's kidding.
Gonna behave ourselves.
So, at what age did you know that acting was your passion?
Oh, I was probably about like 6 or 7.
Okay.
Wow.
Six.
Good.
I,
At an
got,
early age, huh?
I have so many different personalities, and I'm always acting for the people.
That's funny you say that because, as we grow as actors and actresses, we have to actually become different people. So
Yeah.
you have to channel different people in your head at all
Mhm.
times. And a lot of times, like, especially depending on the depth of the character, it takes you a
Right.
while to get that other person out your head. Like
Mhm.
you trying to prepare for this character, but you still got that other person up here. You gotta like get that person up out of there. So trust me, I understand.
Right.
We do.
Definitely.
It's called schizophrenia.
Hey, well, we all
Voices in my head.
go.
Right. So amongst other great things, we see on here on your bio that you were also a teacher. Please tell us what inspired you to become a teacher.
Growing up, I loved kids. I have so many nieces and nephews, I can't keep count. Do I have a child of mine? No. Growing up, I was a horrible student in school. I got in trouble all the way until my 12th grade year in high school.
Oh no, not you, JALEN.
Okay. I'm at my mom's house. She's in the other room. She can attest to that. My mom had to come to school. Literally, there's not a day where I didn't get in trouble. So it started.
What was you doing?
I was just being JALEN.
You was always extra.
What was stuff like setting the trash can on fire or what?
Not that type of stuff. I was a smart kid, so I was that type of kid that if I finished my work early, everybody else got to.
Okay, that's ADD.
I would be bothering people. I would talk back. I'd be disruptive, and that happened all the way. And then I got held back in school early. So when I was in the 11th grade, I was 18. So at that point, I was considered as an adult. So you couldn't call my mama. So yeah, it was fair game. Now you
Oh man.
I
And
was fair
so
game.
I feel like instead, okay, because you said that you were the type of student that got done with your work early and everything. So I feel like that's twofold. Like the teachers probably failed to see that you were probably a gifted student and that they just needed to give you some more work. But they saw that you acting bad, so I'm gonna get them in trouble and I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
No, okay, you done. Okay, well here goes something else. Here go. I would have kept. If I was a teacher, you'd have been busy.
And
Like
see, they always
that's what they need to do.
Ooh,
Yeah.
because I always had said I wanted to be a teacher. My teachers used to always tell me, I cannot wait till you get a student like you. And I thought that day would never come. These fourth graders, baby, they're a different breed.
Are they? So
Yeah.
I just have a question I want to ask you about that. How do you juggle teaching and pursuing acting? Did you freeze or that's just a pose? Oh, okay.
Look like you froze on us, Jalen.
Okay, I'm like, he pose.
Well, you
Yes,
know,
back.
whenever you do pop back in on us, you know.
Oh, there you
All right,
go.
now you're back.
Okay. Is
Just
your internet?
my-
Is your
my
internet
biggest-
tweaking? Is
Yeah,
your
can y'all
internet
hear me?
tweaking?
It might
Yeah,
be.
you froze for a minute,
Yeah.
and you
might
kind
be.
of still a little choppy now.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So did you hear my last question?
Yes. So
Okay.
my biggest support system is my mom. Like my mom is my backbone. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so my mom is my backbone. So I pray if I get really stressed out or if I feel like it's too much for me to handle, I come and wake my mom up out of her sleep and be like, Mom, I need to talk or I need to vent. I don't sleep, y'all. I don't get no sleep. My mama always told me you sleep when you dead.
Yeah,
So
that's mine.
I'm a true believer in that. And then I was raised by a single mother. My mom raised me and my mom has 2 kids, 2 boys. She raised us by herself. And I watch my mom not sleep. I watch her juggle 3 jobs with 2 boys.
Yeah.
The bus to go wash clothes, pick us up from school, all of that. So I feel like if my mom can do it with 2 boys, there's no excuse why I can't do it. And I ain't got no kids.
So my next question I was going to ask you, how do you prepare for your roles and movies and acting and plays, but you don't never sleep, so you can have your script, you can study your script all night.
All night long.
Well, really and truly, y'all, if I'm being honest, I'm a different type of actor. I study my character more than I study my script because I have a really good memory. So it takes me like nothing to remember a script. I always find what my character and Jalen have in common, and I make them one. So, for instance, like Miss Nisi, I'm in her play with Sean and Anika, and my character Kendall is me, like literally sassy, smart, rude.
Hell yeah.
And in the play, I'm not gonna give y'all too much, but in the play, Kendall is being neglected by his father, and which is kind of what I dealt with in real life with my dad with my sexuality. So a lot of the times, I just try to restudy my character and then figure out what me and that character have in common, and I just make the character one. So there's no Jalen and Kendall; it's just straight Kendall. There's no 2 people.
Cool. Speaking of plays, I've been in several plays with Jalen, and I've been his uncle, his brother, and dad. Out of all those 3 plays, which one was the most challenging for you?
Oh my God, I can only imagine.
And in that one you played
In that one, I played Drake.
I was his uncle in that one.
oh, okay.
That one was difficult because, first of all, y'all were already in like 2-3 months of rehearsal. So I came in the last month.
Oh no, I got wrote into the play. I didn't start with them. I was just like you.
I think that was my first time ever since I've been acting. My first time ever playing a straight character. So I had to enter my inner male. Drake had to really be emotional. Like he had a lot of things that were going on with basketball, dad being killed. So that was. Oh, not to mention the fact that I had a seizure the day of the play on stage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
yes
was
you
at that
did.
show.
Yeah.
I was I was
Oh,
I was sitting on stage. The last thing I remember, I was sitting on stage before we got ready, studying my lines, and the next time I woke up, I was in the hospital.
Oh wow.
But it's by the grace of
Definitely
God.
sorry to hear that.
I came back and killed it. You know, Tyler Perry saw it, so I did something right.
But one thing, okay, so as we're interviewing you, we have real talk on this show too. I want to be of encouragement to you as well. Self-care is very important.
Yes.
So I want you to, as a fellow actress myself, find a way to get you some sleep. Okay. Like I understand, the struggle and everything, but no, self-care is more important. You can't be on here
Yes.
giving it your 100 and you tired. You know what I'm saying? Like incorporate that self-care. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
I will.
Yeah. And I have a question for you since you mentioned Tyler Perry. Let the people know about you being cast in Tyler Perry Sisters.
Well, I was. It was.
Well,
It was in play I can only imagine, and I had to be. I've never cried so much in my life, y'all. Like in that play, like I had snot like
really,
going
he sure did.
he did.
every.
Got on my
And,
damn nerves.
a young,
Because I can't
a
do
young
it.
lady approached me. I had never met her in my life. I didn't know who she was. She had approached me and told me I did a great job, and asked me how long I had been acting. At that time, I only had been acting for about 4 months. At that time. And she approached me. She asked me my Instagram and my number, and then eventually down the line, she followed me on Instagram. And come to find out, when I did my research, it was Raven, which is Tyler Perry's casting director.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody knows me, I love that man to death. I can recite every movie, every play in the world. So it's like, oh, okay, maybe she's following me because I did follow her, and she does workshops and stuff here. So I didn't think anything of it. So she had DM'd me. And right out the gate, I was like, okay, that's a scam. Blocked. So I blocked.
Blocked.
Oh man.
So I blocked her, and I blocked. Then a couple of days went by, and someone had an Atlanta number called me, and I was like, well, I don't got no family in Atlanta, and they had been calling like back to back for the last 3 days, and I was with my best friend, and she was like, friend, just answer the phone, and I was like, okay, so I answered it. And she was like, is this JALEN ARDS? And I was like, yeah. She was like, well, this is Raven. I messaged you on Instagram, but I think you thought it was a scam because you blocked me. And I was like, I'm sorry, may I ask where we know each other from? And she was like, well, I met you at play, and I would like to meet with you. So I was like, okay. So I ended up meeting with her at a Starbucks, and we talked, and she called him on the phone, and I was like, oh, okay. And told me that they wanted to cast me.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
congratulations to you, sir.
Awesome.
So
That is
how did you
awesome.
feel? Did you feel like I made it? I made it by Houston. I made it.
I did a little bit. My mom always taught me to be humble in every situation because
Absolutely.
Yeah.
the big holder of as quick as God can give it to you, He can take it away. So
That is the
That's true.
truth.
That's true.
Hey man.
I was super so excited. I don't even think I made it out the restaurant without calling my mom and crying over the phone. But I was definitely much so excited because just thinking about all the hard work that I put in and all the no's I've gotten, and then they always say that God will bring your enemies full first back in your face, and it's like now all the people that were telling me no or telling me that I was too blunt or telling me I was a diva, now you want to work with me.
Like,
Right.
no, no.
Yeah, so
Like what we doing over here?
Yeah, I just love to see because Houston is very, very cliquish. Y'all say we can be real.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You better
You
talk
too.
about it.
Definitely.
Houston is very, very cliquish.
Very
I'm not.
quick.
I'm not kissing no behind.
Come
I
on.
don't care if you did 38,000 movies. I don't care if you're one of the best writers in the world. If I can't be real with you as an actor and tell you what I want or what I don't want, then I don't need to be working for you.
But
So,
let me tell you something. I like to say something about that. Because here you are, you say you was a 4-month actor at the time, right? You only been acting 4 months, and you was doing community theater. That's what it was, community theater, and you were picked up by Tyler Perry. So that goes to tell all the actors or everybody: don't be weary in small beginnings or in beginnings, and to do your very best in any job that you do.
Yeah.
because you never know who's watching.
I was just about to say
And
that
you
too.
never know who's there in the midst.
Exactly.
So, you may be in the show where, it's 30,000 people. You can be in there, and if it's 10 people, but if it's 10 of the right people, then you're in the right place.
Yes.
Yeah.
So before I ever do a show, when I do a show, I always ask God to have who needs to be there, who should be
Yes.
in the audience. It's not about the number. It's about, the person that needs to be there to either receive or to bless me. Because the
Mhm.
saying is, you are only one person away from changing your life.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed.
That really, I mean, that so aligns with like, okay, what's for you is for you.
Uh-huh.
Like a lot of people would love to be in your position because, like you said, you were 4 months in the game. People been doing this for 20 plus years, and you probably got some haters. They probably looking at you like, I've been doing this for 20 plus years. How he come in just 4 months and then bam, because it was for you. It wasn't for them. Whatever God has anointed for you, you can be doing it for one day. If he wants you to do it, then he gonna bring it to you.
Yeah.
And look, it came to you. You wasn't even seeking that. It came to you. That's the blessing in it all. You wasn't even, you blocked the person.
And we had that, and we had that at a hotel.
Yeah.
So I would have never thought. But Miss Niecy always says that. Since I've married, she's always say, you never know who's in the crowd. I don't care if it's only y'all four in the crowd. The same. I'm gonna give y'all. I would give a whole sold out arena.
Yeah,
exactly.
You perform like it's a million people in the audience because to me, like at the bottom line is you never know who's going to be in the audience, and on top of that, whoever is in that audience, they paid their hard-earned money to see a stellar performance.
Absolutely.
So you give a stellar performance regardless.
Definitely.
And so, but that blessing came to you, and that's the biggest blessing of it all. So congratulations to you, my brother.
Jalen.
I am so happy for you,
and I can't wait to see you on that because Sisters is one of my favorite shows.
Yes, indeed.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you came late, this is Mr. JALEN ARDS. He is here. He's a Houston thespian, and he was picked up by Tyler Perry to be on Sisters. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all look at him in that man bun. I don't know if you're gonna be wearing it on the show. But if you are,
remember
just know he's from Houston, and everything we do is big.
Just know he's from Houston, and he was on our Epic show. We got a star on our Epic podcast. Hello, how you doing?
Yes,
come on. I absolutely love it. So, Jalen, I got another question for you. So, all the great things that you have done so far, where do you actually see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5, that's a good question.
Ain't no right or wrong answer. Hey,
to be honest, I see myself as a big production owner.
Come on.
Okay.
I put a lot of work into my business. I just did a movie with Anika, was one of my crew members. I just wrote and directed and starred in one of my own movies that I wrote called Secret Affairs. And then I just got done writing a movie called Abandoned, which is about my life story. So
remember, all of us, we all are actors. Just call us up. We all are actors.
Well, Anika's in my other movie, and then Vashawn is playing my dad in I also have a TV show that I wrote called Courageous, which is based off of my life story, and Vashawn is playing my dad in that. So I'll be reaching out to y'all definitely. I see myself.
I told y'all,
y'all got his fans, baby. We ready to work, honey.
I told y'all he wear a lot of hats.
So, yeah, I see my company being very, very, very big because at Extra Productions, we do everything extra and we do everything real. If we drink, if the script say drink, we drinking.
Yeah.
right.
It's not authentic. I mean, you got to be authentic with it.
He's not lying about that. Oh, man.
If fight, I'm going to hire somebody to learn how to fight.
I love it because I mean, whatever role you do, it has to minister to you first.
Yes, I believe in real things happening. Now, if somebody don't like something, okay, I ain't gonna make them do it, but I'm gonna put the offer on the table because we're not gonna do nothing fake.
Yeah,
right. It's all real.
It's all real.
Yes.
So right now, as we move on to our hot topic and main topic, we'd like for you. This is your one time to tell the world something that they can hold on and grasp, and something that you may have been through, something that you're going through, and anything about your struggle, how to keep them grounded and focused on their focus. Will you say this to the audience right now?
I would say Stay close to God.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
I don't have any patience, but I'm gradually learning that you need.
Boy,
I don't either.
man, he's not lying about
Hey,
that.
I don't have patience, but I'm gradually learning that you need patience just to walk on the street in life.
yeah.
But I would say to anybody right now who's ever having struggles right now, don't worry. When you worry, it just keeps getting the worry and the stress is just going to keep building up. When you don't worry, God sees your heart. He sees your mind. He already knows your plan because he's building the plan for you. Don't worry and just pray, and the next day will be better.
That goes along the same lines of if you're gonna worry, why pray? If you're gonna pray, then why worry?
Hello.
Yeah,
Period.
Period.
Because worrying about it, worrying about it after you pray about it is blocking your blessings.
Yeah.
Right.
So why pray if you're gonna worry?
Mhm.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then worrying don't get you nowhere anywhere. Anyway.
It really don't.
It don't get you nothing but high blood pressure. It
Yeah.
can get you
Y'all,
anxiety.
I worry so much.
It
My
gets you
mom,
all the wrong things.
I worry so much. My
Make
mom
you
be
smoke
like,
more weed.
my mom be, what you worrying for? What this gonna do? What you crying for? What crying gonna do? I be like, Mama, I don't know.
It just,
I
I
don't
guess,
know.
crying just to get it out, it makes you feel better.
It gives you that release. Sometimes, you need that emotional release sometimes. Cause sometimes, I can speak for myself. I try to have it all together sometimes, but then sometimes you got to have that breakdown to be like, no, you are human. You are not okay.
Right.
And it's okay for you not to be okay. And it's okay for people to see that vulnerability, because if they see that vulnerability in you, then they feel like that you're more relatable, as if you're not trying to walk like I always have it together. Because truth be told, we do not always have it together.
Absolutely.
So it's okay.
It's okay. To
It's
be
okay.
transparent.
I'm sorry,
You don't
y'all,
know
about
who's watching.
here and scared me. She was trying to type in "that's right," but it won't let her.
Who was that? He said,
My mom.
"Oh,
Hey, mama, come on.
Hey.
hey,
So,
Mom,
Mama,
how
you
you
stay in
doing?"
tune to the end, because we're gonna get into our main topic, and JALEN ARDS will be in here too to chime in whenever he's ready to help us with the audience. And this is where you guys get to participate. Y'all can write, y'all can text, and then we'll read your comments and we'll answer your comments if we can. Again, we are not doctors or nothing like that, but we just everyday people.
Everyday
conversation,
conversations, and we just having real talk. So
That's
yes,
it.
as we migrate over into our main topic, I want to see these comment sections lit up, because I know what we're going to talk about today. Everybody at some point, I don't care if you were a child, adolescent, teenager, or an adult, you have experienced this at some type of capacity. So y'all ready for our main topic?
Yes,
Yeah.
chime
I said
in,
be ready.
chime
All right.
in.
Ready.
The topic of discussion today is how to overcome bullying.
Oh,
come
my
on,
God.
come on, comments. Let's go. Let's go.
How
Come
y'all
on,
overcome that?
Dictionary Queen.
Come on.
Give us the
So-
definition of bullying.
Actually,
Dictionary Queen.
today I did not actually have
Not
the
Miss
definition
Webster.
of bullying ready, but I'm sure, again, everybody pretty much knows what bullying is. Somebody's antagonizing you to a certain extent. And I know we've all experienced that, again, at some point in our lives. And so I can start off with a personal testimony, and then we can all talk about it, and then y'all chime in.
But guess what? Before you do your person, I looked up bullying.
Oh, come on.
And you know I really can't see, so you're gonna have to read it.
All
really
right.
can't see.
So we got it. We actually have the definition.
Uh-huh.
So the definition of bullying is seek to harm, intimidate,
Uh-huh.
or coerce someone perceived as vulnerable.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that is the technical definition of bullying. And so with that definition alone, I know we've all, again, have experienced that to some extent in our lives. So again, I'll give you my personal testimony. So when I was little, when I first started school, again, I'm a beautiful plus size woman right now, and I've always been a plus size kid as well.
Amen.
And y'all know kids are mean. They cruel.
Yeah.
So when I first started school, I didn't have any brothers or sisters or any cousins around my same age that I started school with. So I didn't have nobody to have my back. I had to have my own back. So whenever those kids would call me fat, or I was taller than the average student, I always got picked on for that. And so I would say from like pre-K to kindergarten, like I got picked on like horribly.
And
So
people don't think that you get picked on because you're tall and big. But
Yeah.
sometimes people sought you out.
Yeah.
So
I got like I was probably in the kindergarten looking like I was in the second or third grade.
me too. And I got tried to bully too.
I got bullied. And so it wasn't until the first grade, and I tell people this story all the time. I would go home crying like every day, and my mama finally told me, listen, you better learn how to fight back. You come home crying to me one more time, we're gonna have an issue. Now, I'm not encouraging you to fight, but you better learn how to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
So I felt like in the first grade, I had to make a stance. The first day of school, I got into a fight, and I told that person up. I became like the bully, and I'm not saying this like it's right because it wasn't, but I became like a bully myself. So they had a bad reaction on me because I was bullied. So then I became a bully. I started bullying everybody in the school. I was that first grader fighting third, fourth, fifth graders and beating them up.
But nobody messed with you.
Nobody messed with me no more.
Right.
So it's like I flipped the script. So by the time I got in middle school, it's like, okay, they knew not to mess with her. But I soon realized, okay, I don't want people to be scared of me. But at the same time, I don't want you to mess with me. So I learned how to try to find like common ground with other people so that people don't have to feel like they got to be scared of me. Like, no, I want to be friends. I just don't want y'all to mess with me.
Yeah.
So how I overcame that, because that's what we're talking about, is I tried to find common ground with other students. I tried to kind of calm down and not come across as aggressive, and more so be friendly with people, like find a common ground, join clubs, join organizations, join sports, and not be so aggressive all the time because you feel like you have to.
Did that help?
It did.
It did.
It did. It absolutely did. And honestly, sometimes even as an adult, like I kind of go back to that place sometimes when I feel like people coming to me, I kind of feel like, and it's just like, wait a minute, you're not that little girl no more. Grow up, grow up. You know, but it's a struggle sometimes though.
You know, when I first met Tiff, you know, I had a sense that you got some Mike Tyson in you. I had that feeling, and now you just
Jalen, get up and get back on the camera.
Yeah, Jalen, come on now.
You done burned out.
Jalen fell all the way out when he said that. But go ahead.
Yes, indeed. Well, I have a quick story. I think I was about maybe the first grade, and I think the best way to deal with a bully is to bully the bully.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, this guy had it in his mind to bully me, but he didn't know, man, I was a badass. I was, you know, I was about that.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, the only thing I was scared about, I was just like, look, don't tell my mom. That was the only person I was scared of. But yeah, I think he came to bully me out of some food or something was going on, but I jumped up and I slapped him, and he looked and he started crying. And after that day, he never bullied anybody else again. You know, that's why I say, so when you're facing a bully, just stand firm and hold your ground.
Yeah.
And smack because they're gonna whoop you anyway.
You know, and smack their ass if you can.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I don't think I was bullied when I was in school, but I was teased. So what is the difference between bullying or teasing?
It's the same.
It's the same thing. They're antagonizing me.
Well, I don't know. So
it is different.
What if they tease? What if they're teasing you to flirt?
Hold on, Jalen. We couldn't hear you. What you say?
He was saying.
I don't think it's a difference.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I think it's still a form of antagonizing.
It's a form of bullying.
Yeah.
You know, because now you bullying my mental. Not physically, but you bullying my mind.
Teasing is not meant to like hurt. It's not meant to hurt somebody. It's just like being playful.
That is meant to hurt.
Like
if I'm teasing you because your hair nappy,
or you got big lips,
yeah,
you know that's hurtful.
Well, bullying is when you try to hurt the person, be harmful to the person.
I think
teasing is not. It's different.
I mean, but if I'm teasing you, okay, so I guess so. Yeah, what Tiff just said, like if I'm teasing you in love, so we family, bullying, so we all know. Okay, so now Tiff, you this is something that you say all the time. You talk about your booty all the time or whatever. Okay, so I'm cool enough to be like, hey, big booty Judy, you know what I'm saying? But I don't mean.
But that don't hurt me.
No, but you know that I don't mean. But if a stranger says that to you,
I get it.
You may be like, wait a minute, like you don't know me like that, or
well, that wouldn't bother me neither because I know it to be true. But if it was some type of thing that I was insecure about that you teased me about.
Well, maybe that's
you may not be intentionally trying to hurt somebody when you're teasing them, but it could be a form of bullying. So you have to be careful who you tease.
I was always
you got to know they're open to it.
Wait, Jalen, what you say?
I was always bullied and teased about my sexuality and my skin color.
Okay.
Because how did
you overcome it?
Fighting.
Right, smack the shit out of them.
Sometimes, I mean,
in my
You gotta smack the shit out of people.
teens, I had like no understanding of like talking. Like between me and my brother, like my mom would say, like, yeah, my oldest son, like, yeah, he'll talk to you, but Jalen, he don't want to talk, he just want to fight. So I had this one incident when I was a freshman in high school. I was going to school with my older brother at that time, he was a junior, and then I had like 5 or 8 cousins, they all were juniors. So, you know, of course nobody gonna mess with me because they knew my brothers and things like that. So when my brother and them got time to graduate, I was in almost every program at my school, FFA, student council, all that. Just so happened, I had my student council shirt on, and I was in lunch detention. And I was a sophomore at the time. One of my friends came and he was like, Jalen, well, Josh said when he see you, he gonna slap you. I'm like,
Hell no.
I was like, okay. And he left out. And in my head, the whole time I was thinking, like, what did I do? I don't even know this man. Like, you're in the same grade as my brother. And people had always been telling me, like, yeah, you can't do, like, your brother here, so we're not going to do nothing to you now. But when your brother leave, we got you. And in my head, I'm like, y'all, my brother called me to fight. So, I like told the principal that was doing lunch teacher, I was like, hey, can I leave a little bit early because I need to go finish some work before the day ends? She was like, sure, bet. So I left. I went and I was like, Josh, somebody told me you said you was gonna slap me when I got out of class. And then he hit me with the gay joke, and then he hit me with the black boy joke. And before I knew it, it was just like boom, bang, pow. Next thing I know, police came and got me. They went to the office. They went to my brother's classroom, got him out the classroom. And then he was at that moment, my mom had been like going through a lot, like getting a new car and all that. So my brother was like, what are you doing? Like, mama got so much going on. She don't got time for this, Jalen. And I'm like 17, 16. I'm not hearing none of that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not hearing none of that. So I fought all through high school because of my skin color. That was something that I was really insecure about. And then when I started getting older, I really started thinking, like, my mom is dark skinned, my dad is dark skinned. So there's no way impossible that I could fix that. So when I was younger, I thought about bleaching myself. Like, I always cried to my mom, like, why did y'all have to be black? Why you couldn't be black and daddy be brown? Or why daddy couldn't be white, black? And then as I got older, I was just like, I'm fine. I'm fine as hell.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, you went through all of that, you know, now to be like, you know what, I'm secure with who I am. So like you went through all of that, and like now nothing can break you.
Oh, not at all, baby.
Nothing can break you. And see, we had the reverse thing. It's like I went through that when I was little. By the time I got to high school, it's like nobody even thought about messing with me because I went through that like when I was younger. So by the time I got to high school, college, I didn't go through that anymore. Like that was like a thing of the past.
But to be honest, you guys, I want to piggyback on that in terms of people bullying you. A lot of times people bully you because they really like you. I mean, because they want to know you. They want to be like you, you know, and then in your mind, you going through all this, but just tell me you like me. You know, why are you going taking me through all this turmoil? You know,
like me say that, or if I got something that you want. Back in the day, I didn't. But if you got something that I want, just come tell me.
Just come ask me. Yeah. I used to get teased. That's how I used to get teased in high school by guys. They used to just call me Neek the Geek and all that kind of stuff. Because they like me, but they just
they didn't know how to talk to you, huh?
Yeah. And a lot of people can't be honest. People can't, even to this day, they don't know how to be honest. They don't know how to be honest. But you know what? My thing's a little different. You know, I hate bullies, and I was the one that people came to get the bullies. So
the bully regulator.
You know, I was the toughest. You know, it was so bad when I was in high school, and anybody with the Hartsville Elementary or kin to me or know, everybody know. When I fought, police were involved. Court was involved.
Damn.
Parents had to be, to the point where they had made, they would make me and a couple more people, Johnny Moore, and all of us, we'd have to stay 30 minutes after school and let all the kids get home. Before they let us walk.
Because they let y'all lose the kids, it's going to be a danger.
Because my mother was very, very violent. And my mother taught me, she said, my mother had one child. Mm-hmm. So I'm an only child from my mother. Mm-hmm. And she said, you're going to have to do whatever it takes to keep these Negroes off you till I get there.
Yeah.
And she gave me a lot of violent stuff to do. But whatever my mama said was law. So she said, get your lunch kit. You know how lunch kits was in the 70s. They was made out of steel.
Mhm.
The plastic stuff
Oh
and
yeah, I
bags like
remember
that.
them little.
They was made out of steel.
Yes,
and
they
and
were.
my lunch kit would be filled with rocks in them.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God,
when
you
I crown you across the head, your head gonna be
You
split to
gonna
the
get
white
somebody
nigga.
depression.
Tip of breaking
You know
necks.
So that was that. So I would always beat up the bullies. So
Oh,
nobody
man.
never bothered me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I know. So y'all thank me. Y'all can send me Cash App gifts.
You know what I'm
$$
doing?
Tifco TIFCOJ. If I've
Just
ever
calling it out, too.
save you in school from elementary Hartsfield, Fountain, and Westbury, y'all can go ahead and just pay me now because I need it.
Hey.
$TIFCOJ because baby, I whooped them from one end from South Park to the southwest side.
And you know
Oh,
what?
man.
Like,
Amen.
I'm gonna share something that's crazy. Like, okay, so talking about bullying, what I never understood is like, okay, if just because you a certain size, like again, like I said earlier, I was always taller and kind of like bigger than everybody in my
So
class.
that made you stronger.
So they automatically assumed, okay, I'm stronger and I'm this and I'm that. But if somebody my same age, we're in the same class, they get to pick on me, they get to hit me, but I can't hit them back because my hit is gonna be twice as hard. But here's the thing:
we gonna get in trouble.
I went through that Tiff. No, I almost got expelled in the first grade.
In the first grade,
I almost got expelled.
I had to go put my house voice on that one.
I almost got expelled in the first grade. This is a true story, Mom. If you watching, you know I ain't lying. When I was at Lockhart Elementary in 3rd Ward. I was in the first grade, and you know how, like, when you little, you love to be the line leader.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was my day to be the line leader. And so we was heading to the bathroom or to the restrooms. And this little girl, like I say, I was maybe about like this tall, and she was like right here. She comes and she pushes me out of line. And so I don't know. Okay, not immediately, but in my mind, I don't know why I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get him when we get to the restrooms. And so we got to the restrooms. I watched what stall she went into. And she couldn't even get in the stall good. I kicked that door open and I just started bam, 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 bam. Mm-hmm. And so when I did that, I kicked her so hard, I'm not kidding you. My footprint was in her thigh.
Damn.
In the first grade. God. My footprint was in her thigh. And they took me to the office and they were threatening to expel me. And so, but my mom, she got on my case about what I did. But my mom was like, y'all not gonna expel my baby because she pushed her out of line. If you're going to expel Tiffany, you're going to expel the other girl. Mm-hmm. I'm not condoning Tiffany's behavior. Now, that's one thing my mama never did. Mm-hmm. Whenever I did wrong, she never condoned my wrong. But you're not going to double threaten her or double like expel her and not do nothing to her when she was the one that was wrong first. Yes, so my mama fought for me. She's like, no, y'all not finna expel my baby.
And I agree with you on that. By being a big person, people tend to want you to be a walking punching bag. Because, when I hit somebody, I was so feeling the color purple. When I balled my fist, everybody cleared out. They know I was coming. I'm coming all the way back from Alabama, through Mississippi, through New Orleans. And when I hit you, I'm sorry, your ass is grass. Your AWS is grass.
Yeah.
I just like
and I would hurt. I really would put a hurting on people.
But you're supposed to be.
They always started with me.
Mm-mm.
I'm like you.
I just want to tell them people out there, hey, y'all pay Tifco for her services.
Yeah, I need my money.
Let me ask y'all this. Why do y'all think people bully others?
Because
insecurities,
and they're something about them. They're not happy. Like they're not happy about whatever is going on in their life, and so they want to take it out on other people. They may see that you're happy go with the person, but I'm gonna bully you.
But why bully gotta have a fan club all the time?
Even sometimes, you know what they say, like the statistic says, some kids get some type of it's not a
self-gratification.
It's like a genetic thing. Like, okay, like I watch my dad bully this person, or my dad used to bully me, so I think it's okay to bully somebody else.
And a lot of children that are abused become bullies. Mm-hmm. They get so immune to get beaten.
That's why they go to school.
Then they go to school and beat kids. Because my mother used to put a whooping on me. But I always had a sensitive heart. And my thing was, I didn't want to fight because I knew I was going to hurt you bad. And I would really literally try to talk you out of getting beat up. My uncle, Reverend Michael Joseph, y'all. And listen, my uncle, Reverend Michael Joseph, the pastor of the church, that's why I don't go hear him preach now. Because he tells stories about me when I was a kid. He said I was the baddest kid in the world.
Oh, man.
So I hold the title to the baddest kid in the world. And one day he would say that I came home, I was crying. I remember that. And I would try to walk different ways home every day to get away from this bullying. I would go this way, I would go that way, I would go this way. And it seemed like this man had a track on me. But really it was my friend that was failing, because he was threatening her and she was scared. She went that way to keep him off her. And I almost beat him to sickly.
Beat him for sickly.
I did beat him sickly to sickly.
Oh, Jesus.
And when I ran home, I was so terrified. And my uncle found me. He said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I had a fight." He said, "Well, what happened?" "I had to beat him up." He said, "This fool cracked because I didn't want to. I just want him to leave me alone."
Yeah,
But you know, that was another one that got probably a permanent scar that's down to the white meat. But
the lunch kid.
So Jalen.
I said that's what it takes sometimes with these bullies. When I was being bullied in school, my mom's whole thing was kid like she just commented. She said she commented and said some of these kids are killing themselves because of bullies. So that was one of my mom's biggest things. Like if we were being bullied in school, my mom she ain't got no tolerance for it. She don't want to hear nothing about what the other person did. If my child is being bullied, my mom always told us, if you tell the principal and the principal and the teacher don't do nothing, then I'm gonna come up there and handle it.
That's true. Parents, y'all listen to that. Y'all listen to that. Don't let y'all children go to school and go through that.
Right.
And notice when they're withdrawn. When they're trying to withdraw, they say that they don't want to eat no more. They don't really want to go to school anymore. They dressing down, not cleaning themselves, or just changing, trying to be like them to fit in. You have to teach your kids, and then if they're honest with you, but sometimes you just got to see the signs.
Yeah.
And then you go up to the schools, make pop-ups.
Yeah, pop up.
And let them know that nobody better than you. I let my children know nobody's better than me.
Yeah, definitely.
When we were
I don't care who he is, he ain't not doing that to me, nor you. So
when we were in middle school, my brother was being bullied because my brother was like great at football. He's still good at it. And he had this one dude that used to always pick on him every day. And my brother would come home like, "Mom, this guy keep messing with me. I want him to leave me alone." Remember I told you my brother's the calm one. Mm-hmm. So like my mom came up to the school, talked to the teachers, talked to the principal. They said they were going to handle the situation. The next day, I guess the boy was bullying my brother at lunch, and the boy is a drummer, so he had drumsticks.
Oh,
so he was hitting my brother with the drumsticks. And when he was hitting my brother with the drumsticks, he came home, he had bruises like all over his arms.
Oh my God.
And I guess my brother just got tired of it. And back then we went to Klein. We went to Klein Intermediate and we went to Wonderlick. And like they got the lunch tables, you gotta fold them up like that to close them.
Yeah.
My brother picked the young man up and split the table in half.
Ooh. I did that before.
Ooh. When they called
Paul Hallett.
When they called my mom, they wanted to expel my brother. My mama came up there, y'all, in her pajamas.
Come on, mama.
Yes, and told them, if you expel my baby, you gonna expel him. And I
know that's right.
So I can whoop her ass, and then I'm gonna take my kids out to school.
Yeah, that's only fair. Because I'm like, okay, no, expel them for them drumstick weapons I got on my arm.
But it seemed like
in middle school, my brother was like he was like Tiffany color. He was real light skinned. So the bruises were like when I say everywhere, he couldn't even go to school. It was everywhere.
Oh my God.
Man,
why the victim is always the one punished.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
The victim is always the one punished.
Yeah.
But Mr. Paul Hallett, if y'all know him, Mr. Paul Hallett, aka Scooter.
Yes.
I broke many tables at Fundren with guys' head because it was guys, girls, everybody got it. I earned the little song that he wrote me. So if y'all ever see him asking about the song he wrote called Big Tip. So every time I would get off the school bus and come to the cafeteria, he would start singing Big Tip, sha na 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 na, Big Tip, sha na 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 na. And then he would stop, big Tip, sha na na, and they would do it, and it was so embarrassing.
I'm done.
Because I wanted
Still got a
boyfriends, but they were
song.
all scared of me.
They were
Oh
scared
my
of y'all.
God.
Yeah.
They
And you
wouldn't
know what?
talk to
There
That's
was
not
only
the-
one guy bold enough to date me in middle school. His name was Brian Hines, but everybody else was scared.
And you know, like being you know, with myself being plus size, being taller than the average female, and then my voice is heavier than the average female as
Yeah.
well. So even being in school, like you know how like the kids are talking class. Okay, the teacher only hear me, but they didn't hear so and so talking to me. Well, I ain't talking to myself.
Right.
So I'm the only one that get rolled up because they heard my big mouth, but they didn't hear.
man.
I'm like, well, no, she was talking too. So it's just like I always have to get punished. I'm like, I'm not talking to myself. Somebody's talking to me.
Tell you was snitching.
I'm the only one getting rolled up all the time.
I'm just messing
I'm
with
just
you. I'm
like,
just messing with you.
man.
So if anybody that's out there getting bullied, it's unfortunate.
Oh,
But
man.
also you have to stand up for yourself. And it's
Yes.
okay to stand up for yourself.
You don't have
Sometimes
to
you gotta stand
fight.
up for yourself.
But
You
you
don't
can
have to
stand up
fight.
for yourself
I feel
with
like
words.
you need to follow. I feel like there are steps you need to follow. Like for
Yeah.
instance, like kids, tell your teacher. If your teacher don't do nothing, tell your principal. Talk to your mom. As an adult, I feel like as an adult, when it comes to bullying, you just gotta have a talk with yourself and God and give it to Him and let Him figure it out.
Yeah.
But
Because see, adults, I know as adults now, we deal with a lot of cyberbullying. People are real thugs behind
They
the
real thugs behind them.
and behind their phone and stuff. Oh, they
Computer warriors.
Yeah, that's more so what we deal with now. Is like
they be in person,
social media
baby.
thugs.
They be like little hush puppies.
Yeah.
Powder puffs.
You know, like people like you can post this status or you can post this photo. It can be something positive, but if it's something that they disagree with, oh, they coming out the woodworks trying to tell you why they disagree with that, trying to say this and say that, but they ain't never got nothing positive to say. But let them disagree with something. They want to bully you then.
Now, this is what I want to say about people that's bullying people on the job. Now, the bully is one thing, but the little cronies,
Yeah.
the little cronies, they little cronies. I mean, y'all need to,
Co-signers.
you know, amen, corner. The little amen, corner.
Yeah.
I mean, what are y'all doing? This person ain't never done nothing to you, and you just riding with the person. You know, take people for what you know.
Yeah.
Don't start just bullying somebody for what somebody else said. Get to know them. That's in all industry, across the board, even in this acting industry. You know, don't just like people because of what somebody else said. You know, you get to know them. You get to know them people for yourself. Because they got a lot of people in this acting community don't like
Ooh,
me,
man.
you,
Because
somebody else don't like it,
it.
and they got to
Yeah.
feel loyal to that person not to like it. Because you missing out on a lot.
Y'all don't get me
Say,
started.
Taylor.
That's so childish because I'll drop
It's
some.
very childish.
I'll drop some names on y'all live, but I'm not gonna do that. You got some people out here that really do that.
You
Yeah.
can text it. You can text it to us.
A lot of y'all. I know I'm not liked because I'm gonna say and I get in trouble. I get in trouble for that now. I'm 26 and still get cursed out and hit by my mom because I'm going to say what is on my mind. Don't take how you feel, where I'm at. You can take it how you want to put it. I'm gonna say what I want to say, no matter. And that's what I think that's what's wrong with these Houston people. They don't like.
But that's a good thing about you, that you're able to do that. But there are a lot of people that are not so strong. And I learned that a lot of these adults are very tender and weak.
I would rather
I thought you would grow out of that by the time you become adult, but you're not.
I would rather you tell me the truth and it hurt my feelings than you lie and play with me in my face. Because now I feel like you playing with my intelligence and I'm gonna have to put my hands on you. So I would rather you just tell me the truth.
Yeah.
And be honest with me up front instead of I would rather okay. if we was in a room right now, I would want Vashawn. I would expect Vashawn and Anika to tell me the truth instead of me looking like a fool.
Yeah.
Strangers going to me like, hey, like this, that, and that. Okay, yes, sir, whatever. Hey, Anika, do I look crazy? I expect you to say yeah and I know. You get what I'm saying? Like, just tell me the truth.
Yeah.
It might
I don't like people to lie to me.
Yeah, don't
Don't spare my feelings. Tell me the truth.
Please.
But it's some beautiful people out here, guys. It's some beautiful people out here in this acting community. And let's stop the bullying.
Yes.
You know, we want to have a strong Houston Hollywood. And we want to have a strong team of everything. And what we need to do is take people for who they are. Stop just jumping on the bandwagon because this person don't like them, because she your friend. You can't, because there's a lot of beautiful people out here. And it's some people who's going some places. The Bible says who's last will be first.
Yes.
So you thinking you with the A team, and baby, you might be with the B team in the long run.
Yeah.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
It's how
Exactly.
you finish.
So you know,
Always.
let's stop bullying in this community. As adults, let's stop bullying kids. Parents, listen to your children and let them, you know, and look at some of the telltale signs that something is apparently going wrong, and be kind and patient with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that sort. But in terms of this acting, because I'm in this acting community, don't miss out on some beautiful people, some great projects, and some great things that's coming, because we never know who's next.
Yeah.
Like I said before, we're only one person away from changing our whole life.
Yes.
Right.
Develop your own experiences. Like, I know I made a post a couple of weeks ago, like, my experience is my experience, your experience is your experience.
Mhm.
Nothing is across the board. I cannot sit up here and say something is something based on everybody else's experience. I can only speak based on my experience.
Absolutely.
So we can meet the same person
Yeah.
and have two different experiences. I can see one thing, you can see something else, but I'm not going to try to impose what I see on you. It's whatever you see in that person. Okay, you may get along with that person and I may not, but I'm not going to sit up there and try to block your blessings because you do. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people they miss their blessings by trying to, you know, inflict how they feel on somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not cool. And again, like you said, a lot of that goes on in this acting community. You go based on, you know, don't work with so-and-so. They crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But you go work with them and you have the best experience in the world.
Yeah,
and then the person that's saying it probably one that was crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, you
More often
killing,
than not.
you know, and just think about the blood stain that's on your hand.
Uh-huh.
If God give us all gifts
Mm-hmm.
at birth, we all got them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go and you kill this person's dream by being ugly, by letting the devil work and you being a vessel for the enemy to tear somebody else down, to stop somebody. You don't know how strong that power you have for bullying somebody, that they will stop doing what God has given them. The blood stain is on your hand. The blood stain is on your hand.
Right.
You got to answer for that one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Amen.
I'm not the one to stop nobody.
Mhm.
I'm not
Right.
no one to stop nobody. So if you are out there and you're being bullied in this community, keep on keeping on.
Please.
Keep on doing what you know, what you love, and don't let nobody stop you. I don't care how long you've been writing plays. And for 10 years, 20 years, keep on writing them.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody bully you. Keep on doing it. I can't hear you, Jalen.
Wait, Jalen, what you say?
I can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
You must got us on. You must be on mute. No.
We still can't hear you. We can see his breath on the lens.
What you come say? He see your breath on the lens.
Okay, but anyway, like so while we're talking about that now, I believe because I know on one other show we talked about having mentors and stuff. It's good to get people's input. Like, say for instance, if I'm just now coming to the scene, but you've been in the scene for 20-some years or whatnot, I may ask your input on something, but still allow me the freedom to have my own experiences. But don't tell me if I ask you about somebody, tell me what you think about that person, and I'll respect it, but I still want to get my own experiences. So I'm saying that to say, like, if somebody new was to come on the scene and they ask me my personal opinion about something, I'm gonna give them my personal opinion.
My personal opinion.
But I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say, hey, this was my experience with them.
Yeah.
You know, you gonna have yours. If you decide to go with them, cool. But I'm telling you that this is what I experienced.
Now that's walking in your truth.
Yes.
Now, truth and bullying is something totally different.
Yeah.
Now, bullying again is to cause harm.
Yeah.
Cause harm to people,
You know, people could be jealous of you because they see greatness in you, and they don't want you to connect up with this other great person because they already see that something great could happen.
Right.
So you got to be careful who's bringing you the bone.
Right.
You know, now if you ask me my personal opinion, by all means, I'm gonna tell you my personal opinion and my truth. I don't care who it bothers or hurt, but I'm never gonna tell you what to do with yourself.
Exactly.
Right.
So have you been bullied in this industry before, Anika?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been bullied?
Nah.
Oh, God, tell them when I whooped you in that back and took your money. I'm just kidding.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I have, not up front, but I'm very perceptive and I'm very what we always call ourselves, we're empaths. I'm an empathetic person, so I can nobody has bullied me up close and up personal to my face, but I like on social media and certain things people may say in passing, I pick up on what they're trying to say.
Read between the lines.
I read between the lines. So in that case, I can say I have, or the attempted. They have tried to bully me, but they were not man or woman enough to come up to me and actually say or do whatever they wanted to
So
say.
you experienced cyber bullying.
Yeah,
basically.
like I experienced like below the surface type
Right.
bullying. Yeah, it's like they say stuff and they don't think I catch on to what they're saying, or I'll see a status or something. I'm like, okay, but say it to my face. That sort of thing. So I've experienced that a lot in this industry, but
I've been bullied. Because I mean, I think I started a little before you guys, and when the acting community was really hard to get in. I mean, you literally was knuckling up to get a role.
Wow.
When it was just 2 black theaters, and you had to like rehearse 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours every day and all that, and it was hard. And if you wanted it, you really wanted it.
you have to
and it was
really
hard.
get it. Yeah.
And they would literally, when you come in, you the new girl on the block, they looking at you, frowning up, say everything you did was wrong.
Oh, I have experienced that. I didn't think about that. I actually have experienced that.
And it was hurtful.
Yeah, it was hurtful.
And if I wasn't strong, and if my constitution wasn't strong, I would have stopped.
Yeah.
I would have
actually when that happened to me, they actually made me stronger.
Yes.
To me, when I went on to other productions, I'm like, oh shoot, if I can deal with that, that ain't nothing.
Hey man,
that actually made me stronger. Like I dealt with like seasoned people trying to break me down, or or trying to make me feel like I was inadequate because I wasn't on their level yet. Well, why would I be on your level? You got 20 years experience, and I'm just coming to the scene. That just don't make sense. Why would I be on your level?
Don't worry, Tiff. You working your way on up, girl. We all are.
Yes. Ain't no stopping us now.
Come on, we're on the move.
Hey.
Yeah.
And with that being said, y'all, this is for Sean's birthday. He don't he look good for 69?
Y'all so silly, y'all.
So we want to sing happy birthday to him, y'all.
Oh,
Y'all send some happy birthday shout outs during the thing. If y'all want to talk more about bullying, y'all can. But everybody, we want y'all to go over and like and share our page, Everyday People, Everyday Conversations. We're gonna be doing things on that page, so low on that page, and you can win gifts and giveaways on that page. So go like and share. So
before we end, we're gonna sing happy birthday. His birthday was yesterday, but we're gonna celebrate it on the epic show. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
We ain't got no sopranos.
Birthday. Happy birthday.
Come on, Jaylen.
Happy birthday.
All right.
They got a new song out on saying happy birthday. I don't know how it go.
I know, because they was doing what's that?
Happy birthday to you.
I've heard it. I don't know the full version.
So we're gonna learn that song. By the time my birthday, whose birthday coming up next?
Anika's birthday coming up.
That's Sagittarius, baby.
Okay, guys. So I think our guest JALEN ARDS had some type of technical difficulty, so he some kind of way has faded off the show, but we want to thank him for joining our show on tonight. We thank our viewers. We thank y'all for just continuously supporting us since we have been a thing, y'all. We love y'all and we appreciate y'all. So on that note, we're going to say good night.
Good night. See y'all next Monday.
Yeah.
Go over to the page, Everyday People, Everyday Conversations. Like and share. And leave comments.
Like, share.
Yes. Bye-bye.